Hey, okay, so I am like in a video making mood where I'm wearing my goofy sweater that I love to death, and my Melody Ehsani necklace, and my earrings that I created, like that. And on my lips, they are different, definitely. And I just felt like doing it just because, I don't like looking like, you know, I don't know. I just like being different. And I was playing around with my NYX. And this is the lip color palette. And this is like the 96 colors. And I just use the whole pink. Well, there's like a bunch of different colors, and I was trying to use yellow, but it looked weird, so not like this doesn't look weird, but it looks cooler. And I just used the hot pink and the blue, and I just like I put a little bit blue, just like that. Looks cool. And then, whoop, just some pink. So I have oh, this is an e.l.f. brush. Okay, so in my recent haul that I just did, I forgot to show you guys my Melody Ehsani haul, and that's where I got my chief necklace. I love it to death. And I also got, oops, these really cute baby pink earrings that look like this. I love these. And the other thing I ordered were, oops, these feather earrings. And that's what they look like. And that's just pretty much my haul. Like, I don't have any of the prices for those. I bought them with my own money, so just in case if you're wondering about that, like Melody Ehsani were to sponsor me. Okay, so I was thinking about doing like frequently asked questions, because like I do get asked a lot of the same questions a lot, and the biggest question is, how did you lose weight? And it's just crazy because I haven't switched to like a diet or anything, or I haven't been working out. I just limit myself on portion sizes, and that's what I've been doing. And I get on my kicks of eating certain things, and right now I've been eating a lot of soup, and I've been eating a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that's with wheat bread and just peanut butter and strawberry jelly. And that's just kind of like just the type of mood that I have been in, and I get on kicks all the time. It's something that is just normal for me, especially when I'm at home by myself, and like, and gee, I don't even know how I can really give you guys advice on how to lose weight, but when I was visiting my aunts down in where they're from, Oklahoma. Hang on, I gotta look at her text, because she was on a diet with my aunt, my other aunt. I have like 3 aunts that live down there, and this may help you, I don't know, but I guess it's supposed to be like one of the most strictest diets, and they were talking about it and how it worked for their friends and whatever. So if you're like hardcore on losing weight and stuff, you can go ahead and look up this diet. It is the HCG diet, and my aunt has lost like 30 pounds on it. And I think that she's been on the diet for like a month, or I don't know, maybe longer. I think longer, but she lost like 30 pounds on it, and I'll just repeat it one more time. It is the HCG diet, so maybe you should check that out. Like, I'm not on a diet. I just have a weird appetite, I guess you could say. And I also have been like eating pizza a lot too, just because I'm out of ranch, though. That's the only sad part. Like, I eat ranch with everything, and I think like limiting yourself is really, really important. And, you know, just don't indulge like you usually do. And probably cutting pop out of your diet. Ooh. And I know like the HG, I don't even remember the order of it, but I'll put down the name like down there, you know, that diet. That is like, you cannot have sugar. You can't even eat fruit that has sugar. And it's like eating twice a day, so like afternoon and evening time, you know, not like at night, like lunch and supper pretty much. And it's like, I don't really remember every single rule they were like telling me about it. And it's like a certain amount of ounces that you're allowed per portion, and you only get to eat one protein. I think it's like 5 ounces or less. Yeah, like 5 ounces. And you eat one protein, and you are restricted on your protein as well, like only certain proteins. And you only eat one vegetable. And I think, yeah, you're restricted on veggies too. It's like only one, so it's like you can't even eat a salad. And nothing with sugar in it, so diet pop or water, or you could have your coffee without the cream and sugar. And I was like so amazed that they were so committed to it. And also like fruit without sugar, so it's basically cutting out a lot of sugar, cutting out a lot of carbs. And they also like ate nasty I have no idea what kind of crackers they were. They were like some kind of weird crackers, like water crackers, or I forgot what they were called, but that's what they ate too. And my aunt was like, oh, I hate this cracker. And then it was so funny, and I felt bad for them because like I was eating like regular food and stuff. And yeah, so my aunt did tell me that she did lose 30 pounds on the diet, and I think that she's been on it for like a month. So go look that up and see if you are interested in doing it. And yeah, that's probably the only main tip that I have for you right now. You know, luckily that I had my aunt to help me out with that one, like, because I'm not on a diet or like any like hardcore restrictions, or like on a hardcore workout kick. Like, I haven't been doing that. I just been focused a lot on my jewelry line, and I'm also working on other projects as well. And yeah, so I hope that answers that question, and I hope that I don't get like a million more questions about that, because there's nothing more that I can really tell you except for just pretty much the same stuff, you know? Anyway, what else I'm trying to think of like what I'm so used to seeing, and it's just like kind of hard to, like, I don't know. Okay, so I know that I have received this one message on how did I get started on my jewelry line, and advice and stuff with that. Like, personally, I went for it, you know, walked into the craft store and voila. It's something that I have always wanted. I always wanted to do, like, pretty much my whole life. I've always loved fashion, and I've always loved being different and being gaudy and just being, you know, the person that I am. And I love designing, and I also I do so much more above like just my jewelry. Like, I do beadwork, I do sewing. I'm thinking about doing like fashion and stuff. I don't know though. Don't even ask about that, because that's probably not going to happen for a little while. And I also do artwork. I'm a painter. So I just, you know, I feel like life is too short to limitate yourself to being a certain way, or, you know, following a certain society, like, I don't know how to say it, like trend, or, you know, like locking yourself in a box. It's like you're locking yourself in a box. And I feel like when you're locking yourself in a box, life is so short. You just do not know when it will be over with, you know, because like I know so many people that passed away at such a young age, and it's really, really, really sad, you know, like it happens all the time, and it makes me like feel like so like I have to live my life at like no limitations, live my dreams, make it come true, no matter how hard I may think it is. It's not that hard, you know. You just need to stop, you know, because it's like your head is in the box, and once you step outside of that box, you can make so much more happen in your life, and you could succeed so much more. And if you do fail at it or whatever, you know, you could pick yourself up and try again. You know, like I wouldn't call myself like a pro at making jewelry, or a pro at I don't know, I forgot what I was going to say, a pro at painting, or a pro at fashion, or a pro at makeup. I'm not. Like, I'm just me, and I have my belief in myself, and, you know, I want to be able to share that with the world as well. And I just feel like I can go and live the reality of my dreams without holding myself back, without thinking twice about it, without second guessing myself. Because I feel like when we second guess ourselves, and the opportunity is right in front of our face, where you are going to lose that opportunity that has been there and now it's gone, you know? It's like, if you guys have ever seen Ice Loves Coco, he talks about that in one of his one of the episodes. It's where he gives a speech, or like a talk about his book, to a bunch of students, like college students, and it was like so true. I mean, like, I'll put a link down below so you guys could go check it out. It's really true. And, you know, it's even Cat Williams, he's one of my most favorite comedians, and I do have his DVD, and he talks about life is too short, you know? You shouldn't stress yourself out about stupid stuff, and sometimes I'm a victim of doing that to myself, but I have to literally stop myself and say, hey, you know, start turning your day around, because it's not gonna make it any better. And the way that I kind of developed my mentality of that is from surrounding myself with positive stuff, you know? And it's like The Secret, for example. Like, I recommend that. Go buy the DVD and watch it every day if you have to get that installed into your brain, you know? Because they know about life and the wonders of life. And, you know, if you're a, what do you say? A skeptic? Yeah, skeptic or something, whatever. Like, then you're in the box. You know, it's just so crazy. Like, life is what life is, and life will be what you make it. You know, it's all about your mind. It's all about where you stop yourself from really doing what you have to do. Because, you know, we all don't have a written story for us. We don't all have a mapped out map that we're supposed to follow, and, like, you know, rules or regulation. Well, yeah, there is the law, but other than that, I mean, just like living up to your own happiness and making yourself a happy person by being you, definitely being yourself, and actually making stuff happen and think outside of the box and get yourself out of that little box that you're stuck in. I'm not saying that you're stuck in a box, but, you know, it's just a metaphor. So, yeah, that's just my mentality. Like, I think people need to do that kind of stuff. And because, I don't know, like, I'm starting to jabber on about this. So that's pretty much like my mentality with my line. It's something that I've always wanted throughout my whole entire life, and there's nothing stopping me, there's nothing getting in the way, might as well do it, you know? So, yeah. So that's that. And I'm not too sure what else is a frequently asked question. Oh, like, I was thinking about having a contest at 21,000 subscribers just because I am 21 years old, and I thought that'd be pretty bomb. So that's just another thought about my crazy thought. But anyway, it's all about inspirational thoughts and actually sharing it with other people, so that's just my Buddha moment, you know? Okay, but anyway, I think that it's important to have goals and dreams, and definitely not be afraid to take opportunities when they are there. And I think that it's extremely important to have respect for yourself and the person that you are, and what you like and what you don't like, you know? We all have our likes, we all have our don't likes, you know? Like, I may not be someone's cup of tea, you know? And bullying and stuff at school, like, I know how that was, and girls were, you know, haters and stuff. And I feel like at the end of the day, besides all of the jealousy and stuff that has been in my life, you gotta look at everything as a lesson learned, and you gotta make that into something positive, and to know, you know, that's not the person that you want to be when you, even if you're not like that anyway. I was not like that. But I think learning from your mistakes, taking a step forward, and not focusing on negative is definitely really important in your life. And even like on The Secret, I watch that, like, I try to watch it once a day just so that I can work with it and really use that in my life because it is a reality, you know, like a lot of the stuff do manifest in your life, and if you don't believe that, then that's your loss, you know? I'm just saying. Anyway, I think that it's so important to stay positive and have a moment to yourself to be thankful for what you have and not to focus on stuff that you don't have. And you want to focus on stuff that you want, and you want that to appear into your life. And I think that's really important. So, I think that as human beings, we're so unlimited to just like the wonders that we could do, you know? And definitely with, I don't know what else to talk about. What else was I going to talk about? Being your own like being you and being what you like, and your freedom to self-expression is beyond whatever. I think everyone should be open to self-express themselves. And even some of the greatest people who were like, they don't care, you know, they're freaking famous and they're like great people, you know, and people love them for being them, and people hate them, you know, and that's what we're all gonna experience in our lives. If you are scared of being not accepted in society because you're different, you know, I feel like that's so shady, you know? Like, why do people have to judge other people, you know? I just think that is like the most shadiest thing. And like, I experience it daily on YouTube, you know? Like, of course, there's like a bunch of people that watch my videos, a lot of people that like me and that I am their cup of tea, and there's a lot of people who think I'm tacky and whatever you say, you know, like I ignore it anyway. And you can't just let stuff stop you, you know, because what is that doing? It's stopping you. It's stopping you from enjoying your life. It's stopping you from really being happy. And I think that, you know, not worrying about what other people think about you is extremely important. And sometimes I get caught up into the situation, but at the end of the day, I find myself. And I know that I am a person, and that I am a strong person at the end of the day, and that I am a unique person, you know? And you gotta be proud of who you are and what you like. And if you're not someone's cup of tea, then they don't have to drink it. I don't know. But yeah, that's just some thoughts and some advice, and, you know, some answered questions. And, yeah. So, I don't know what else to talk about. I think I'm kind of hungry now. I want a pizza. But I don't even have freaking ranch. Like, I don't have ranch. I go through bottles of ranch like a ridiculous person. Haha. Oh yeah. I don't know. I did graduate Le Cordon Bleu though, even though I'm not like pursuing it right now. You know, it's something that I always wanted to do. Like, I feel like, you know, you have to experience things to really understand what you want to do. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, at least you learn something that is a thing that you're extremely interested in, and that it will benefit you in the future. So, I don't know. I don't think I want to go to fashion school just because I feel like I can do it on my own. But anyway, yeah, besides all of the crazy talk, that you enjoyed my moments of talking and sharing and getting into my thoughts, because I do share some of my thoughts on Facebook, and I think it goes on to Twitter. So yeah, those are all me. Those are all my thoughts. I'm not like taking other people's thoughts and typing it down. No, they're my thoughts. Okay, so let's see you. I hope that this answered some questions, even though I kind of went off on my own little splur of weirdumness. Okay, later.